Let's see how and under what circumstances does an urban land qualifies as an asset for wealth tax purposes. Now, let's read through this. Urban land, whether agricultural or non-agricultural. So long as this land qualifies as an urban land, it doesn't matter whether it is an agricultural land or it is a non-agricultural land. It would qualify as an asset. Now the definition of urban land is something which is given in your notes. Again, this is something very similar to the case which you had for the purpose of house property and capital gains. The distance of the land from the municipality is important. You can go through this in your note, but distance from municipality is important for the purpose of this. Okay, and another criteria is based on population. So once these two criteria are satisfied and a land qualifies as an urban land, then it doesn't matter whether it is an agricultural land or it is a non-agricultural land. In both the cases, this is going to qualify as an asset for wealth tax purposes. However, it excludes certain category of lands which are discussed here. Land where building construction is not permissible under any existing law of the area in which such land is situated. Now what does this mean? So if there is a particular piece of land, okay, and the law governing construction of building in that particular area provides that no building can be constructed on this land, then it will not qualify as an asset for wealth tax purposes, even though it might be an urban land. Second, land occupied by any building which has been constructed with the approval of authority. I think this is also very simple. When we say constructed, it means the construction should have been completed. Please note the word ed over here. Hence, this would basically mean that the construction should be complete. Half-cooked building is not something which is covered by the provision of this thing. Unused land held by the assessee for industrial purposes for a period of 2 years from the date of its acquisition by him. Now let's see what does fall under this clause. So let's say there was a piece of land, okay, A bought it on 1/1/2010. This land is meant for industrial use, but until 31/12/2010 it could not be used by A, not used by A, okay, for the purpose of 2 years. So till 2 years, what this is, unused land, this land is unused, held by the assessee, held by A for industrial purposes. Now this land must be meant for industrial purposes. If it was used or it was acquired for residential purposes, then it is not covered. For a period of 2 years from the date of its acquisition. So if it was acquired on 1/1/2010, then until 31/12/2012, I'm sorry, or rather 31/2011. So 2 years will be until 31/12/2011. Until this date, this will not be considered as an asset. And the next one is land held as stock in trade for more than 10 years from the acquisition date. Okay, so in case of a builder who is holding land as stock in trade for more than 10 years from the acquisition date. So if you hold it for more than 10 years, then it is not an asset. Right?